Hello, Bigfoot enthusiasts. Scott here from Blue Mountain Bigfoot Research.
Hannah from
Squatching with
Squatching with Hannah.
Oh, it's been a long week.
Oh, yes, it has. Very long. It's been a long 3 weeks.
It really has
4 weeks?
been
How
a long
long has this been?
It's been too long.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you the craziness that's happened to us. Oh my gosh. So you want to go right into our Corona update?
Well, the last time we were
Here we go.
time we were here, we were back at home in Baker City.
Yes, we were. Okay.
Just kind of had checked in at home. I had a couple things to do for work, and then so I checked in for work, my teaching job on March 30th. We had staff meetings on Zoom to maintain social distance and all those things, and basically got ready to start teaching our kids online starting, it was last week. We started putting material up on our virtual classroom platforms, and it's a whole new world for most of us. Anyway, so that was Monday, and on Tuesday we pulled out.
Yeah, Tuesday we left our home in Baker City. We had plans to come to a place called Whaler's Rest, where we had reservations to park our camper for a while, and then we had planned actually to go to her mom's house for a couple days, and then go to Whaler's Rest, which is in Newport. No,
Newport. It's in Newport.
It's in Newport.
Yes.
Anyway, Newport, Oregon.
And I hadn't seen my mom. I haven't seen my mom in, I don't know, a year, and we've been sharing germs for 50 years, so not a big deal. And we were just going to park in her driveway and chill for a few days before we went to Whaler's Rest, so I could have a chance to see her in the midst of all this. She's an old lady.
And she
will kill me if she ever hears that, but she's an old lady.
And she just had surgery
recently, and I hadn't been able to get down for her surgery, and so the day we were driving, I called her. I said, "How are things going?" And she was really stressed out, and she said, "Well, she lives like in a senior trailer park. My park manager is having a fit about you guys coming." I said, "Well, why?" "Well, because we've got so many vulnerable population here, and she said that you could come, but that after you left, I was to self-quarantine for 2 days, and we couldn't have any contact with anyone in the park. Not that we would have any contact with anyone in the park anyway. I just wanted to see my mother." Anyway.
That's crazy. So we were going to spend a couple days there, but on the way there, we stopped over to spend the night, because it was a long drive, and we had parked out in the desert on BLM land, which is still open, thank goodness.
The non-developed areas are still open, and it was so peaceful.
It was. We were in the middle of the desert. No Sasquatches. Pretty sure there's no Sasquatches near Prineville out in that desert.
No.
We did look for jackalopes and chupacabras. Didn't find
nothing.
Any.
It was pretty cold. Snowed like crazy.
Yes, it snowed in the desert like crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So we ended up coming. We were going to Whaler's Rest, and on our way there, we got a notification that they were closed.
Yep, the entire
county closed.
In fact, three counties along the Oregon coast have completely closed their borders. So if you were not a resident of that county, one, you are not allowed to come in, and two, if you're there, they kick you out. And so they closed down everything. So it was like, oh crap. Fortunately, here in Lynn County, they haven't gone that far. They've come really close to that far, so catch them up.
Okay, so what happened is, on our way to where we're at now, in our super secret location of Florence, Oregon. There you go. Now you guys know. Okay, we're in Florence, Oregon. Kind of famous for these sea lion caves, actually, which are closed. But
yes, we're 2 miles from the beach that we can't go to.
Yeah, there's a beach 2 miles from us on the Pacific, and we can't even go there because there's gated off. Where we're at is a place called South Jetty. And what happened was, on our way here, they said, if you get here before the 7th,
You're in Lake Flynn.
you're in. After the 7th, you're not allowed to move. And we're not going to let you check in anywhere in the Thousand Trails thing until after the 30th of the month. So, here we are, trapped. We're going to be here for a while.
Yep.
You can look it up, Florence, Oregon, South Jetty, Thousand Trails, and that's where we're parked, and that's where we're staying, and that's where we're locked in until May 30th. Can't even go anywhere and go squatching.
Not May 30th, April 30th.
Oh, April 30th.
We can walk around the park.
Mm-hmm. We can go to the grocery store, which we did today. So we're all set. We're good for the rest of the month. We've got everything we need. Mm-hmm. So we're just kind of stuck in our camper for a month. So I'm going to do a lot of virtual squatching, I guess. I've got stuff.
He's got
Danny's got stuff.
He's got stuff. He's got videos to make.
Yes, I got videos to make.
And I have students to teach.
And I've got some interesting stuff that some of you sent me, and I'll do some science on that, and then we'll get that up.
So that's where we are.
So we should say hi. Hi, Craig's here.
Danny's here. Terry's here. Hi, Terry. I just want to give Terry a shout out because he was so gracious. When my mom's place fell through, and it was actually really important that we see my mom because we had preemptively had some packages, some really important packages sent to her house. So we couldn't just skip it all together. And Terry doesn't live too far from my mom, and he said you can come camp on my land however long you need to be here. And we didn't take him up on that because then it would have meant looping back to pick up packages, but thank you so much, Terry. We really appreciate your spirit of hospitality.
Yes.
So there's Terry and Craig and Danny and World Bigfoot Radio.
Hi.
I don't know your name. So welcome everyone, and that was our current pandemic rant.
Yes. So, all right, that's over.
So tonight's topic is...
I forgot what the logo said.
Social distancing champion. Oh, that? No.
It said...
Tonight's topic...
I've seen that before again. Okay. This is one of the things that's kind of bugging me in the Bigfoot world today, and I just kicked the camera. I saw it move. Anyway, so this happens a whole lot, and I want to preface this with people, please.
He's got to fix the camera now. There we go.
There we go. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, so what happens with this a lot is I get a lot of reports from people. I get people emailing me all the time telling me, hey, here's my Bigfoot report. And 90% of those are awesome. And I've got some coming up. We might do some special videos coming up just to cover all the stuff that I've got that I need to share. So that'll be kind of fun. Mm-hmm. I might do, instead of my Footprint Friday, we might throw some extra videos in because I've got like 30 days sitting here twiddling my thumbs. So we're going to get a lot of information that I've got stored in the vault out to you guys. So that'll be awesome. So keep an eye out for that. But so here's the deal. I'm going to bring up my slideshow. Dun, 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 slideshow. Slideshow. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, about 4 years ago, I had a young man at a Bigfoot festival walk up to me, hold up his phone, and said, "My grandfather took this picture and sent it to me." There it is. It's a pretty good picture. Really, it is.
Strikingly not blurry.
Yeah, and it is actually a good photo and good things. But here's the deal. Is I've had 7 people walk up to me and show me this photo that their uncle or them or
their great Aunt Myrtle.
Their great Aunt Myrtle took this picture.
This very one.
This very one.
It's like, man, that was quite a crowd that was all snapping
The
with
exact,
their
and they got the same frame too, so the same step and same everything. So it kind of bothers me that people do that. And they do that a lot. Here's another one. Now this one was sent to me by a friend of mine who worked for the Forest Service up here in Oregon, and then she moved down to work for the Forest Service in
California,
New Mexico,
Oh, no.
Arizona or New Mexico. New Mexico. It was in New Mexico. So she sent me this photo and said that here's the story that she got, and I'm sure she didn't do this on purpose because I know her, and I think somebody was hoaxed her and said, here's a photo. And then they said a Native American tribal law enforcement officer took this photo. To zoom in a little bit, you can see this creature back there looking at you with his head turned back towards you. And it is strikingly the same color, same face depth as the most common Bigfoot costume you can buy from Amazon. But it doesn't end there. I have had several other people send me this photo and said,
my great Aunt Myrtle took this one too.
my great Aunt Myrtle from Utah took this, or my aunt Fred from
Aunt Fred.
I know, from
Uncle Fred.
Uncle
Aunt Fred.
Aunt Fred took this from
South Dakota.
Yeah. So, and there's another one. It's a common one that's on the internet. And actually, when they sent it to me the first time, yeah, they got me. It's one I didn't go look at, and I should have. From then on, this is kind of one of the first ones that got me. And so what I did from that point on is Google. What's that? Google Photo. Google. I forgot what it is. Anyway, but Google will scan a photo and then search the internet for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when people send me photos of Bigfoot now, I scan them, Google it, and 90% of the time I will get this origins of like, here's 15 copies of this from 15 different people. So, in different stories. So, bugs me. Here's another one I got. This one I got was from... somebody sent it to me and said it was from Snoqualmie Pass.
Yeah.
It's actually not.
How many times have we driven past that?
Yeah.
Actually, in fact, that looks like the one we had in our backyard.
Yeah, this one has the glowy eyes, and it has the same cutout that I actually have. That same cutout. But this one here is actually outside up in Washington. It is up near Snoqualmie, but it's outside a Native American casino. And the glowing eyes happen to be reflectors that are there. Yeah. And they put this up a while ago just to catch people off guard when they drive by. So I've actually driven by this one. I've seen it, and somebody sent it to me and said they were driving by and they took this photo, and which they could have been. It's like freaked out a little bit. But they actually told me that it was on the freeway, and it wasn't. This is off the road, on the road into Snoqualmie Pass up in Washington.
So just by the by, be quiet for a minute and let them listen to what we're competing with tonight.
Can you guys hear the rain beating on the roof? Yeah, we're on the Oregon coast, and there's something, if you've never been here in the Cascades, it is the most beautiful place in the world. In fact, we're
west of the Cascades, actually.
Yeah, we're
on the coast.
We're on the coast. I mean, we're less than a mile from the oceans, right that way. And
whatever way.
Yeah, and in fact, driving up here, it says, "Warning, you're in the tsunami zone."
It is so breathtakingly gorgeous over here. I could live here. I don't care about the rain. I mean, I love the rain. I love the drippiness and
okay.
I'll get there. But it is so beautiful, and that's why people love the Oregon coast so much. But that's where we are, and it's been raining nonstop.
All right.
So
Hi, Justin. I don't think we got Justin.
no, we didn't get Justin, and we didn't get Johnny. So hi, Johnny and Justin.
Okay. Yeah, we so it's absolutely stunning over here, and we're gonna shoot some video for our other channel, the Patty Wagon. So we'll throw those up, and I'll link them in our. I'll link them here and link them in Blue Mountain Bigfoot Research, Squatching with Hannah, and Squatch Oregon Facebook pages and Twitter and all that stuff. So we'll get that up. So here's another one. This one here, somebody recently sent it to me like a couple days ago. They sent me this one and this one.
Whoa.
At the same time, and said it was taken by a friend of them that sent it to them. Well, this right here has been on the internet for years, and
it looks more like Amy from the Congo
movie. It is a gorilla for sure. It's the totally got the gorilla measurements and everything. It does. And I don't know if it's in a zoo or photoshopped on that trail. I don't know how I'm not sure about this one, but I think
there's that.
And then there's this one here that somebody had sent me before. In fact, I've got this one about 4 times. And this one here, I actually did a video on it. I think if you go back through my videos, I'm not sure. I did a video on it, and this is another costume that you can buy from Amazon.
Yeah.
It is a common Amazon, costume. In fact, I got the costume and matched it perfectly.
I have a great idea here.
What?
Why don't we just dress up in our Bigfoot costumes and walk around wherever we are and see how many pictures make the internet of what do you think this is?
What is this? Ah, that'd be cool. We can do that.
You know, Selena, our friend Selena would do that with us.
Oh, yeah, she totally would. So, okay, yeah, so there's that one. And here's another one that gets sent to me a lot. One that looks like a gorilla. It's got the shape of a gorilla. But if you look really closely around the edges of that, there's a slight blur around the whole entire body. And if you notice, the water is not rippling around where the feet go into the water.
Photoshop!
That is Photoshop! So, yeah. So that's another one that kind of really I get a lot. And here's another one. This is the most surprising one of all.
Oh, I recently love this one.
Somebody sent me this photo that they found on the internet. They didn't say they found it on it. It said, I found a track and we cast it. Here's a photo of the cast, and he sent it to me.
You're gonna love this. This is just absolutely rich.
Are you ready for this? Guess who cast that and put it on the internet originally? Me and her. We cast. That's
ours.
That's ours.
That is the baby print that we found following his encounter.
Yes, that was the baby print. We found these 16-inch prints next to 9-inch prints, and this is one of the 9-inch prints that was next to a 16-inch print. That's okay. It catches up. It's just all right. So,
and what was really funny is we didn't show it on this here, but when we got that, they had put their own brand on the photo so that it looked like, if someone was to download it, it looked like someone other than us had taken the picture. And that's the issue, isn't it, with modern technology, with modern our ability, a lot of photos on the internet, you can protect them so they can't be downloaded, but it doesn't stop you from taking a screenshot or using the snippet tool or whatever. So really, anything that's on the internet is fair play for someone else to steal and take credit for.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And I wish people wouldn't do that. And a lot of times it's probably young people just trying to have fun or play a joke on us Squatchers because, Bigfoot doesn't exist.
Or trying to get their 5 minutes of fame somehow, somewhere.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's wow. And that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. And I noticed that World Bigfoot Radio said they like me. Jerk squatchers follow me around and photobomb my picture.
He said that because Craig says, I don't think Bigfoot likes me. Why? Why don't you think Bigfoot likes you, Craig? I mean, well, okay, so Bigfoot, traditionally does not want to associate with Homo sapiens. The reason, especially right now, good Lord, we could kill them all with one. Apparently, this virus can now be spread by just breathing. Pretty soon, it's going to transmit itself through phone lines and things like that. But anyway. But so traditionally, though, our understanding of Bigfoot is that he does distance himself from human beings because we are the world's most dangerous creatures. But with that said, Craig, Bigfoot is very attracted to human activity. They're curious. And someday, the smell of my jalapeno poppers on the grill is going to bring them to our camp.
Yeah.
They will know they have nothing to fear from me. I will only feed them. Because I'm a Jewish mama and I want to feed everyone.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's true. I know. And hey, tell me how you guys are doing out there. How are you kind of locked? Are you locked in your house?
Danny, did you mention that you have the virus? I saw that on there. I mean, is everyone healthy or getting healthy, or are you all staying sane out there?
Yeah. Because we're doing okay. We're staying sane.
Yeah.
Sort of. I went to the grocery store today. We got our oh gosh.
It wasn't as bad today. Oh, actually, it was kind of. We didn't see anyone that had duct taped garbage bags around themselves.
Right. I had one guy that had white painters.
Like a painter's...
cover those disposable painter coveralls on, and a mask and all that stuff. And I only saw one mask that was actually functional, that would work. I saw a thing on the internet the other day, and it's really kind of interesting. If you take people's, this one guy took a whole bunch of different masks, like homemade cloth masks, handkerchiefs, the painter's mask you put on, and took all those, and he took some a spray can, some kind of aerosol spray, okay? Yeah. And he held the mask up and he sprayed it, and in the back of the mask, and it came out the front of the mask.
And that does that with like bandanas and these really cute molded fabric masks that everyone is making and wearing. They are absolutely worthless.
If you hold your mask up and just spray an aerosol through it, and if it comes out the other side. It's not doing
I did read today, though. If you take one of those fabric, because these fabric masks, the really nice ones that people are making, you do it by putting two pieces together, and then you put it's the same stuff that you use for molding a corset, but that plastic stuff, and that way it molds and you can get it real close to your face and all that. If between the two layers of fabric you put two of the blue shop paper towels, that actually reduces the micron leak or it increases it takes it to where there's almost nothing coming through. So if you are going to wear a mask that's not medical grade, and of course we want to save those, then you want to put the two blue shop tail liners in between the layers.
That's cool.
Let's see. So Craig says my wife took the motorhome up to my daughter's house. My daughter is a nurse and my wife is babysitting the kids. I don't get to come within 6 feet of her for a month. I'm sorry.
But thank her for her service.
Yes.
The World Bigfoot Reset. I'm in Montana. What part of Montana are you in? We did a lot of squatching up there last year. Yeah, we were outside of. We were between Missoula and.
Darby.
We
were outside of Darby, which is the world's creepiest town.
Yeah, in Montana.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, so hey, I have a question. So Craig, your wife is a nurse. What is she saying about all this? Because I saw a video yesterday on YouTube, and everything, again, it's like faked pictures with Photoshop. There is we've got all the technology on our smartphones now where we can make a feature-length movie with the technology that we hold in our hands. And so I saw this YouTube video yesterday, and it was like the person on the street just going around to all these hospitals, and there was no one there, no long lines, no chaos. You saw medical personnel sitting there playing on their phones, ambulance drivers just, chilling, watching movies. And the implication of that was this is kind of a big hoax that the government is pulling on us.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a
I
hoax.
don't think it's a hoax.
But it's not as bad as they think it is.
Or, I don't know. So, what are medical personnel in your life saying? We don't really know any medical personnel.
Well, I got one cat. She works at the hospital.
And what's she saying?
She said she's working longer hours, but they don't have
crazies?
Crazy people, crazy amount of people. But
okay.
Missoula. He's in Missoula. So
Missoula is really nice. I would live close-ish to Missoula. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I love the mountains there. Oh my gosh, the mountains are so beautiful.
It is. We spent time outside of Darby up in the Bitterroot Mountains.
Yeah. And
it was kind of cool. Missoula. Let's see. My aunt lives in Kalispell.
That's only an hour away.
An hour away.
And
north.
Kalispell's beautiful.
It is.
So, anyway. So, Craig, they like your wife. Well, we are generally the fairer of the two sexes and prettier and smell better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of...
So, World Bigfoot. Yep, it's extremely oversold by the MSM. They want people terrified. I'm thinking that's probably the case.
Yep.
The older I get, of course, the more skeptical I get.
Uh-huh. Yeah, me too.
The more jaded I get.
Me too.
Craig says, I was sick as hell for 2 weeks, but they wouldn't test me. I don't know if they tested hardly anyone around here. We've had 3 cases in the Grand. And right now, Baker County's holding out, unless it's changed today, still holding out at 0. They've tested, I don't know, over 20 people, maybe more, but no one. However...
What?
You swear up and down that you had it.
Oh, yeah.
I was running a fever in late February, and that's not normal for me. And I remember as a choir teacher, I can tell you, if I can't, I went for about 2 weeks, and I could not get a breath deep enough to sing. And I had a fever, just a little mild low-grade fever for a couple days, not anything to keep me down. And so that was a little odd. It's just not, we were sick in ways that is outside of our normal.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and I've heard that from several people that they think maybe this thing went around here or started way earlier.
Well, like in November. Yep.
And both of us working at a high school is a freaking petri dish, anyway. That's true too, because when was it? The end of February? Was it March?
January and February both. Students were
students were out like crazy.
Oh my gosh, it's like they were dropping like 5...
Go ahead.
Did you keep kicking the camera?
I did.
Would you stop that? Oh my gosh, just keep your feet still. Goodness gracious.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's possible.
Yeah.
And our kids over in Boise, our daughter just today said that she's got asthma, pretty severe asthma, and she said she went through an inhaler in 2 weeks, and they had all the symptoms, but they just muscled through it, including our 5-year-old, hell on wheels, Hell's Bells Bella, who had it the worst. All right, so what do we have?
Jake said a bug went through in February too.
In Grant County,
County.
Had all the yep. And Craig says he's going to get the antibody test. I'm just so leery of all this, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Those of you in Grant County, the Pendleton or the East Oregonian paper on their website, or whatever, they posted an interesting article that reviewed what happened when the Spanish influenza came through Pendleton 100 and some years ago, and they followed exactly the same protocol that we're following now. and it took about 4 months.
Yeah.
For kids were out of school from November. From November, they said they went back in May, something like that. Anyway. So, so there is precedent for this kind of.
There is, yeah, and so about 4 months. I don't know if we're gonna. I hope I don't have to stay in this campground for 4 months. But it's beautiful.
What if we couldn't go back to Baker for 4 months?
I don't know.
Your mother would kill us before the virus.
I think so. But anyway, so we're gonna. So
anyway, so basically our program is how ticked off we are at people who steal stuff off of the internet and send it to us like it was theirs.
Like it was theirs, yeah.
Beginning, middle, the end. That's a really short show tonight.
Yeah, we still got like a half an hour, so
we are really working on Zoom technology so that we can actually have two-way conversations with everyone. And that way, have you figured out how to do that yet?
Yeah, we have, and that's something else I want to talk about. Since we had to cancel our Bigfoot Festival in Baker City this year, keep an eye out on our website, squatchoregon.com, because we are going to...
we're going to do some live stream,
we're going to do some
virtual stuff.
We're going to do a virtual Bigfoot Festival conference for everybody, and it's going to be free. And what we're going to do is, I've got the guest speakers that we had coming have already agreed to talk to us, online with this and do a live stream with us. So we're going to have Shane Corson from the Olympic Project and Cliff Berrickman.
Did any of you catch his virtual tour of the North American Bigfoot Museum a few days ago?
Yeah, he did that like 2 days ago. He did a virtual tour of his museum, which is really cool because there's some of the pieces in his museum are from us.
Him, yeah.
It came from us. It's so exciting. But so there's that. What else is there? Dun, dun, dun.
The rain is getting harder.
Yeah, it's raining harder.
I actually love sleeping in our. I love it. I love hearing it all night long.
Yeah.
All right, so next Sunday is Easter. You will want to know that we will not be doing an evening in the Patty Wagon next Sunday.
Yeah.
We are going to Zoom with our kids, have a virtual Easter dinner with them, and so you guys enjoy your holiday however it is you can.
Yep. So there's that announcement. Like and subscribe.
Do all the things.
Do all the things because we know a lot of you. Okay, I'm gonna tattletale on YouTube. When you put a comment in our comment thing, when I look at it, not when you look at it, but when I look at it, and on my YouTube channel, it has a little icon that says this person is not subscribed or this person is subscribed.
Yeah, so
and there's a whole lot of you that comment a lot, thank you very much, but are not subscribed to the channel.
So please subscribe and share it. Share this, share it. As soon as it gets all done being live and renders and all that, share it on your Facebook pages. A lot of people come back to these after the live.
Right.
And that's fine because, we have very good reason. We have very good reason to want to build our subscribership, and you'll be hearing more about that in the next few months.
Yep.
All right, so we have, and remember, you can send us your questions. Thank you, Danny.
Yes, if you got questions for our live stream, please send them to us. It's squatchoregon@gmail.com.
Yes, you should have that flashing up there when you do that.
I should. I don't, though.
Squatchoregon@gmail.com.
Well, I have squatchoregon.com. But
and you have to change Squatchin' with Hannah to Squatch in and not Squatch in.
I-N?
I-N.
I am such a horrible person. Okay.
All right, so while you work on that. Okay, so I'm going to read these questions. Could you comment on human versus Bigfoot dermal ridges, hands, and feet?
Oh, I can.
He could talk for 14 hours on that.
I can. That was kind of one of my ideas. What are you doing?
I'm going to fix this while you talk.
I can't.
You can't do it here?
Get there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anyway, I can talk about that. First of all, I want to qualify this with saying I am not a dermal ridge expert whatsoever.
He's not a fingerprint analyst.
I'm not a fingerprint analyst and stuff, but gosh, what's his name? Chilcutt. The guy who who analyzed the Patterson ones and the Freeman ones with Dr. Jeff Meldrum. Dr. Jeff and I have had a long conversation about that, and there were some of those that, unfortunately, when Freeman took some of his casts, there was a couple of them that he actually didn't think that he wanted to define the toe prints a little bit better, so he pushed them in with his fingers. And Chilcutt picked up on that because they were definitely human ones. We have in our fingerprints, there's, gosh, I'm trying to remember clear back in
how many
college.
different swirl patterns are there?
I think there's 4. There's circles, there's swirls, there's V's,
and there's loops.
Loops.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went through all these in college, and that was a while ago. So, and I haven't kept up on that technology, but Jimmy Chilcutt, that's his name.
It's really coming down out there.
Yeah, when Jimmy Chilcutt did his looking at them, they were similar to ours, but they were a pattern that did not match the 4 basic human patterns. It was completely different, and it didn't match the gorillas and primates and monkeys.
They were unique patterns.
They were unique patterns.
So,
and another question he had here.
We'll get there.
Okay,
we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. Oh my gosh. All right. Gosh, go get your own tots. By the way, so all of you Napoleon Dynamite lovers out there, I have a friend who actually went to Preston High School where Napoleon Dynamite was filmed in Preston, Idaho.
Okay.
So just that has nothing to do with Bigfoot, but tater tots.
And I got a friend who, well, we have a mutual friend that's Napoleon Dynamite's actual cousin. So, you want to know who?
Yeah.
Gosh, you had to ask me his name. I haven't seen him in a couple of years because they moved to Idaho, married Carrie. Don.
Don, really?
Yeah, Don's Napoleon Dynamite's
I didn't
cousin.
know that. Okay, anyway. Okay, so are there... Okay, let's talk about Bigfoot types. Are they different physically and in demeanor in different parts of the country? For instance, are they more aggressive in the South?
I don't think they're more aggressive in the South, though, you know, some of those TV shows and movies depict that. I think there's more aggressive individuals and there's less aggressive individuals, just like in humans.
There are jerks and there are nice ones.
Yeah, so I think that's what we run into, not particularly like all the southern ones are mean and all the northern ones aren't. I think there's individuals in all these groups that are aggressive and most of them aren't. The one encounter I had, they were just curious. They were looking at me through the trees, and that was the young one, and then the mom whistled off in the woods and it turned and walked towards mom, and they just wanted to be left alone. And the other situation where we came in contact with one that I didn't see, didn't hear, but it left us a gift.
A tree.
A tree in our campsite in the middle of the night. That one definitely wasn't aggressive because it could have took us out because we were sleeping.
Yeah, I don't know if that was non-aggression or if that was just, this is your warning, bub.
Yeah, it could have been.
All right, so my plan is, if I see one not on the move, is to hold up and throw an apple towards him, sit down, keep the dog from growling, talk softly and tell him I got some marbles and more apples with his name on them. Hopefully
Okay, so
he
the
won't
dog's-
throw anything too big at me. No cameras, comments.
Okay, so them throwing rocks at us, and I haven't had it happen, but my partner Pete has. They have. That's kind of a warning thing. So I think throwing something at them could be a challenge. Another thing is the dog is. We have found in our adventures that dogs seem to. One of two things: if they get off the leash and run after a Bigfoot, they never come back, or Bigfoot avoids them, or dogs will not track Bigfoot generally. So and that's something that Dr. Jeff and I actually talked about, because we were talking about trying to get a cadaver dogs and look for Bigfoot cadavers, and he said the dogs won't track them. He's tried it. So
okay, so let's go back up here. Our friend from Montana, they are more aggressive in localized areas. Some groups hate humans. Most try and avoid us. Individual lone Bigfoot may be loners for a reason. Well, that makes sense, because they're tribal, and it's like, with tribes of humans, some groups are, some subcultures are more aggressive and more jerkwaddy than others, you know, and there are loners, and there are, so, if, like we surmise if they are a relic hominid, if they are a human type species, they're going to have a lot of the same behavioral, individual and corporate behavior that humans have. So,
yes, absolutely.
But if you're a southern Bigfoot, does that make you automatically more aggressive than a northern Bigfoot? No. It's like, if you're southern, are you automatically a white cone hat wearing KKK member? No. It's it's just, there's just such a spectrum.
Yeah, and I have another theory too, because tracking footprints and sightings that people send me all the time, and putting the data together, I have a tendency to theorize that, and this is a theory that I've got from evidence, but that they live in small
family clans.
Mom, dad, daughter, son, little family groups. I don't know, maybe cousins, or I'm not sure about that, but from
smaller family clans.
Smaller family groups. And I think at a certain point, the teenage males are kicked out on their own to go start their own little clan. So at that point, teenage boys are typically aggressive for, hormonal
things.
Hormonal things.
So anyway, okay, moving on. Do you leave gifts or food out for them?
I don't.
No.
There's a reason, because that takes time, and I don't. I have a couple areas that I frequent, but I don't think from what our plans are in the future, to track down nationwide. We talked about this. Sightings and things, and to create a national database for these things. I'm not going to be able to be in the same area long enough. I've talked to many people who do the gifting and stuff, and like I've said before, it takes years for them to
develop a relationship. Okay, can you get casting material from the hardware store?
You can get casting material from the hardware store. Back in the day, plaster Paris was the thing, but something on the market today is called Fix-All. Fixall. Fix-All. Fix-All is a concrete patching material, and it's harder than plaster Paris. And if you mix it to like pancake batter, kind of loose pancake batter, texture with enough water in it, it works really well. It'll fill in all the cracks, even get the dermal ridges if there are there. It's that fine enough to do that, but it's harder than plaster Paris, so you're not going to break the cast taking it out.
Yeah. Okay, finally, do you initiate whoops? If so, explain.
And basically, I noticed that World Bigfoot Radio put hydrocal. You can get hydrocal.
That stuff's pricey.
It is pricey and it's hard to get, but hydrocal is actually in Fixall.
Yes.
So, just to say, just for that.
Okay. Do you initiate whoops? If so, explain.
I don't. I have never initiated. Well, I have for TV shows, but I haven't. And commercials and stuff, but I haven't for, on my own when I'm out in the woods. Serious research, I don't do that. I have never had any success doing that. Mm-hmm. I've had better success using, and I've said this before, recordings of babies crying, or just children playing. Stuff like that. Anything that could make them curious. Trying to speak their language to them, they're like, forget it, dude.
That's why I have an accordion with me. We'll see if they like accordion music. Mm-hmm. When you see a Bigfoot, is it right that you should run away as fast as you can as you would any other major predator?
Probably not. And by the way, don't run away from cougars or bears either. It triggers their chase stuff.
It's like when you dangle something in front of a cat.
Yeah. You just try to be big. I didn't run away when I saw one. In fact, I just stood there. It looked at me. I looked at it. And then it turned and walked away. That's probably the best response, I would think.
Just chill. I mean, there's no reason to not be chill.
Right. If you're not aggressive, they're probably not aggressive.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, we don't really have.
We don't. Do we have? That's the end of those.
Okay.
Do we have record of Bigfoot attacking humans? Literally attacking.
If you read, well, we don't have record because I'm trying to think in my head.
I mean,
I don't know of anybody that was attacked by a Bigfoot.
I mean,
and survived to talk about it. Now, there's the thing. Of course, there's David Paulides' books, The 411 of Missing People. That's the thing. There's the Osgood story where he was literally kidnapped by a Bigfoot and held hostage for days. And he got free by feeding him stuff and making him sick. There's that account.
But, any of the quote attacks, like rocks being thrown and that sort of thing, it's always as a warning. It's not a, we're going to go after them. Mm-hmm. So, anyway. All right. So, once again, next Sunday we will be off the air.
Yeah. But look for some videos coming out, and like I said, go over to our other channel, the Patty Wagon YouTube channel, and we're going to be posting some of the beautiful area that's around here. If you've never been to the Cascades and the Pacific coastline in Oregon, it is a rainforest, and it's gorgeous.
Wow. Now, see, I wish we would get these reports. Most attacks likely end with no survivor. I do know one person who was attacked and survived it. Intensive care and unconscious for 3 months.
Wow. Okay.
I would love to have more details about that.
I would too. I would love to hear that story. I know if I'm ever attacked, check my fingernails because I'm going to
get DNA. The Ape Canyon by Mount St. Helens. If you find my body.
What?
Ape Canyon by Mount St. Helens.
Oh, Ape Canyon by Mount St. Helens. Was that the ones with the story? There was this. Yeah, there were that story. The miners who were in a cabin, and during the day, one of the miners had shot a Bigfoot, and that night they had rocks and attacks on their cabin, and they returned fire, and they fought all night long to try to survive a Bigfoot attack.
So
There's that story. I forgot about that one.
okay, so can we qualify this? Are they a predator or are they defensive? Maybe that's a better question.
Yeah, I don't think they're predatory on humans.
I mean, but
deer and elk, yeah, but
well, yes, are they? But if humans come after them, they're going to defend and mount a counteroffensive.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is absolutely consistent with Native American folklore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said Ape Canyon was provoked, and that's right. That's what I just said. Yeah, that's cool. There's kind of a lag thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so we, that was provoked, and
so whatever you do, don't go out there and piss them off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, people are so.
In fact, how long was it ago when we were up in Washington? 2 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, we were literally outside of this Ape Canyon they were talking about. In fact, we were going to go into it, and
they locked everything down.
Locked everything down. I didn't get to go. We had planned that all year.
That was me.
We had planned that all year to go up there, and we were literally 3 weeks ago just
Craig says he
miles
thinks,
away.
Craig says he thinks some of them are just ornery. Well, true. Hominid.
Yeah.
Some of y'all out there in humanity are just plain ornery.
Yeah.
I'm done with ornery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, natives have said that people have been abducted by them.
Yes.
And children. That little boy who came back who was missing for 3-4 days and said, I lived with the bears.
Exactly. Yeah, he that was recent. But there's a Native American legend. Trying to remember what tribe told me this. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. But it might have been the Miwok in California. I think that's what it was, or the Yakut in California. One of those two. You keep kicking the camera.
I keep kicking the camera. I'm so sorry.
So.
That's because I've been sitting all day and I'm getting uncomfortable. My bum is hurting from so much sitting.
All right. So anyway, we got it's either it's somewhere in California, the Yakut or the Miwok tribe. I was talking with them, and they have a legend. The elders were telling me that a lot of times that Bigfoot would take sick children and bring them back well, which is really kind of cool. So. There was that legend. Let's see. There's another one too. That was a Alaskan legend. That was in Alaska that people would go. Young children would be lured away by them, and actually brought into their tribe. And there were some tribal people who. Or women who would join the Bigfoot tribes too.
Well, and that one video showed not too long ago.
That's like that. 4 or 5 videos back in our
live thing. That was his big PowerPoint lecture. Yeah. So World Bigfoot Radio says the magic bear. I researched that story. The county the kid disappeared in has not had a black bear sighting in it for 35 years.
Exactly.
See, so.
True.
All right, so.
Oh, and we're going to be on. I need to.
Oh, yes, Wednesday night it's 10 p.m. Eastern time, so that's 10 p.m. Eastern and 9 Central, 8 Mountain, and 7 Pacific time. We are going to be guesting on the SHE-Squatchers podcast. Yeah. With Jen Cruz. So make sure you. Tune in for that.
Yeah, that's what Wednesday night.
Yeah, we will put
Wednesday night at 7 here. We'll put a link up on our YouTube
and we'll put a link in the description for this tonight.
Yeah, and so we'll be guests on the SHE-Squatchers podcast. So look for that one. what's that? One of the mining claims
It's just east. One of Justin's mining claims is just east of Ape Canyon, and he's had two experiences. We have got to get up there.
We have got to get up there. Yeah, we were headed in there and like
jerks.
We were Corona killed, Corona blocked.
Corona blocked. There we go.
Going in there.
All right, so we've got 4 minutes down.
Okay. Any last minute stuff from people I'm watching?
Just all the things. Do all the things. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay as connected as you can with your loved ones. You know, there's a lot of talk. I go onto a lot of wellness groups, and there's a lot of talk about, you know, this being kind of, I read something the other day about how a pandemic, historically, a pandemic has always caused a world shift, that the world does not come out of it the same as it went in. And it, hopefully, this pandemic will cause a paradigm shift in the world. You know, maybe more of a return to being stewards of the planet and stewards of each other, and not quite so crazed.
Cool.
Because everyone's having to back off and slow down and stop and breathe and reconnect. So
yeah, and when we come out of this, we're going to Ape Canyon.
Yes.
Come along.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
Don't hug the Wookiee.
Yes.
All right.
And let the Wookiee win.
Yes, always let the Wookiee win. Yes, Danny, let the Bigfoot win.
Yep, there you go.
Wow, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight.
I am. So, last few minutes. Tick, tick, tick. I'm running out of stuff in my brain tonight.
All right, well, you know
we've had a harrowing week trying to get here, and then not get where we're supposed to be. We're not where we were going, and now we're trapped here until the 30th. So.
Okay, so.
But FYI, we did go to Safeway and go grocery shopping today and got toilet paper.
Yes, we have got plenty. We have got enough.
It was in the store.
Let me see. We've got enough toilet paper for the next 4 months. So, we're good.
So we got toilet paper today.
Okay. All right then.
Click.
They're talking about the Montana World Bigfoot Radio stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
We should have him on with us.
We should have you on with us.
World Bigfoot Radio.
When we figure out how to do all the Zoomy stuff, we'll have you on.
Well, we already know how to do it.
Yeah, I know that, but we'll sort it out.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get the Zoom incorporated with my OBS program.
So we can do all this tech stuff. So it is 8:59. It's time for us to sign out. So please subscribe, like everything, comment. All those things help us grow our channel, which we need to do. And as always, keep it squatchy and
bye.
Go out and
go out and look for Bigfoot
when they'll let you.
Yeah, when they'll let you.